Alright, so anyway, only men, though, usually harass other men about their hairlines and things like that. Women deal with things differently. But men tear each other down, right? They don't know how to be nice to each other, right? But like I said, right? When you're acting crazy as Satan, all you're doing is creating a satanic world together, right? With each other, right? You're so stupid you deny the guy at the wedding could have been drunk. So drunk he couldn't tell water for wine, but oh, it's definitely wine, right? You know everything. That's lying by omission, right? To the guy you're serving the damn water wine to, right? And you so sure God turned the water into wine. You're relying on a drunk man who have been drinking so badly there's no wine left. But you know everything. That would really turn the water into wine if you give it to a drunk man. Who's been drinking nothing but wine the whole day, right? But he knows, okay, that's the best wine I ever tasted, man. Damn. Ever heard of sarcasm much? Or I don't know. Usually they say the worst wine for last. But this is the best damn wine I've ever tasted. That don't sound like someone who's drunk to me. Awful wine. I've never heard a drunk man do that. You drink fucking beer, don't lie to me. You drink fucking beer. Beer and water still don't taste the same, but wine is sweeter sometimes, right? The beer. If you do what I mean. There's one thing you can drink after wine that you probably wouldn't give a damn what the hell it was. That's water. That's water. But it would be the best thing you tasted if you're drunk off the damn wine, right? And they might have been serving you something other than wine when they ran out of wine too. And other ones. Jesus said, "Fuck it, just serve you water." I get that, right? So I got that. That don't make sense either, does it? I mean, they're already drunk. Just serving freaking water. They don't care. They don't care. But if you try to mix up a Caucasian or something that'll wine and water, what does that usually do? Dilute it and make it taste like shit. Ah, there's the real answer of what the other people did. They tried to make some kind of wine concoction, right? Out of water and wine. Out of water and wine. Because that's all they had left, too, right? See, if you understand the point of the wedding, right? They ran out of the wine at a certain point, but the feast wasn't fully over, right? But they've been drinking all day, too, right? So you're not so drunk, right? Right? That you can tell the difference between made up wine or fake wine. No. And water and water. Maybe, if you get the point, right? But you're so stubborn, you know everything, don't you? You know everything. No, I'm guessing everything. I don't know shit. I don't know shit. I'm making it up as I go along because I'm open minded to seeing beyond myself, right? You only see yourself. You're a shining star, no matter who you are, right? Bullshit. You're just another man on the planet trying to be bigger than his bitches, right? And trying to be a bully, right? To other men, right? And control them, right? When the one who needs to be controlled is you. Right. You're the one with the real problem there, right? And I think your problem is someone tried to rape you and you were confusing males with females, right? And you're a bull rapist like in the prison system, right? In other words, you charge somebody knock them out, rape them. They're so out of it, they don't even know what the hell happened, right? And then you say they're gay, right? No, you're gay, right? That's gay on you. That's gay on you. The person didn't even have a chance to say no if you're doing all that shit. By the way, knocking someone out who you know does not want sex to you is still rape. It's still rape. It's caveman mentality, except you're going after a man. That makes you gay. I know. If you're not doing it with a woman only, and you're raping men, you're a closeted homosexual. Worse than that, you can't admit what you're doing because that's still a crime. Rape is still a crime, right? Yeah, it is. It is. You can't rape a man or a woman, technically, right? At all. But if you are and you're blacking the guy out, right, it still makes it rape, right? Guy ain't consistent, right? And is not into men. Otherwise, he's trying to get a girlfriend. Now, any girl can potentially be the one, but you gotta wait for someone that like she wants to be the one too, right? That's the problem, right? Just as I can't rape a woman, you can't rape a man, right? And call him gay if you're trying to rape him, right? You're the one acting out as a gay person, right? On an unsuspecting straight man who's just looking for a wife, right? And so you can't snap your fingers and make a bunch of females come on to you anyway, though I've been with 17, right? Which is kind of an odd number, the same number as King David, by the way, right? Maybe 18 or 19 since then. You don't want me to know again. When I'm trying to have sex with a female, you want to interrupt it, right? Well, trust me. She gonna like what I'm doing more than what you're doing. And see, I'm trying to get her out of there. You're wanting her to stay there with you, and she don't want to, and she really don't want to. If she really understands the one who's trying to help her is the one they're attacking the most, right? She would really get it. What's going on? It's not the one they're attacking the least who don't want her, it's the one they're attacking the most, right? And they're attacking him because they want her too, but she won't have nothing to do with him, and the one she wants, she can't have to do with him because it'll get them both in trouble somehow, right? Right. And that's the whole problem and the whole point, right? You can't just snap your fingers with a girl you just see on the street, right? And walk up to her like you know her when you don't, right? That's odd for anyone, right? And just start a conversation with her just because she's in your proximity, right? I wasn't really taught how to seduce a woman that way, right? Not that I don't think about it, I just don't actually act on it, right? Now, what I'm thinking about, like, if I see any attractive female, even if she's too young for me, I know that immediately. But it still don't mean I'm not attracted to her briefly, right? But then I back it off, I dial it down a notch, and I just behave, right? And go back to ignoring them, right? That's not the point, right? When I was your age, I was attracted to girls who look like you, stupid, right? That ain't gonna stop what I get in my 50s, right? So it's not a crime. I know it's not a crime. You just don't act on it to where it becomes one, right? See, there's something called the age of consent, which means once you reach that age, guess what? You can have sex with whoever you want to, right? But until that, you gotta wait, right? I keep doing these little PDAs too about things you don't remember, but they want you to know happened, but you don't remember it the same way, right? Because you're not really trying to do what they think you're trying to do, right? They also don't understand two males in a wet dream situation ain't the same, right, as being gay. Right? That's not being gay. That don't matter who you're next to, right? If you're having a wet dream, It can be men or women, by the way, right? Your brothers or your sisters, and it's not about sex, right? Unless the other person mistakes the sleep sex as real sex, then they're being gay, right? And here's why: you're acting on something that I'm not consciously doing with you, right? See, consciousness has to be involved with sex, right? For it to be consensual, right? Not unconscious while the person went to sleep before they even came in, right, Chris? Then the next morning you're trying to accuse me of being gay when I don't even know when you came in, right? See, that's not how that works. That's a young boy having wet dreams after he reached puberty, right? That ain't about you. That ain't about you. Never was, never will be, and you're taking advantage of the young boy, you know? Yeah. Well, why do you act so weird about around our family, right? Cause of Shane. That's the point. Cause of me, you act weird, right? Well, you're the one coming in after I went to sleep, like I even do when you came in, right? That's the same mentality that really makes it a rape, Chris, if you took advantage of that, right? And then you're the one really acting gay because you're conscious when I come to, if I were to, right, and you were to wake me up, right, after I started rubbing against you or something, right? Mm-hmm. Because I'm still asleep. I don't know. I don't really know you came in or not, or who came in, right? I could have been rubbing the bed before you came in, right? And not you either, and not you either. It don't even need a person to be there. No, it don't. No, it don't. Like I told you, Myron and David watched me hump the bed at his grandpa's place, right? When I was asleep and didn't even know I did it, right? That's why it's called a wet dream. Go back to school then and go to sex ed class where they teach you about this shit. If you don't believe me, it's somewhere mentioned. There it is. And the problem is you become obsessed with the sex that I'm not aware of we're even doing, right? And that makes you the gay person. I don't even know what we did, if anything, right? I have complete amnesia until I woke up the next morning and you're accused of me of being gay, right? That's what I fully come to, whatever we're going through that night, right? I don't remember any details, right? Which means you're either trying to smother me, hit me over the head a couple times, right? Which is still caveman mentality, I know. You're trying to make sure if I don't remember, I don't remember, right? If I don't know, I don't know. But then the only other thing you can do is accuse me of being the gay person, right? When you came in after I went to sleep already, right? That's how wet dreams work. You're in the bed alone and no one's in there with you when you start having one. Even when someone comes in, right, you can go back to the wet dream. You dream multiple times a night anyway. More than once. Whether you fully ejaculate or not, either doesn't matter, right? You're just humping the bed periodically throughout the night, probably. I don't know how many times. See, when they do a sleep study, you're laying prone on a bed, right? You're not humping the bed, which means you're laying on your stomach, right? You also lay differently when you're humping the bed than when you're being sleep studied. Sure. Right, but you still do REM sleep, right? I don't mean the rock root. It's called Rapid Eye Movement. That should be the name of my band, huh? Right? Rapid Eye Movement. Uh-oh. You're confusing rapid eye movement where I'm humping the bed instead of a real woman, which I'm probably dreaming of a real woman, right? Not you. Not you. I don't know how many times a night, but if you're on your stomach, who knows, right? See, if you come in, Chris, and I'm on my stomach, right, I could have been having a wet dream and briefly stopped without consciously waking up fully, right? And then went back to it when you laid down, right? And all became still again, right? Now, what happened after that was your reaction to it, right? A 12-year-old boy just hitting puberty, right? And everything you were taught about it, right? Not by just school, but the influence of your friends as well. See, one of us is paying more attention in school than the other two, what that really was, right? And one's paying more attention to his friends who are homophobic. And probably, whether they realize it or not, also heterophobic, right? And it's still rape. I know. Bye.